Do it unto me according to your words, according to your promises. Lord, I stand secure. Carve upon my heart that truth that sets me free. According to your words, O Lord, do it unto me. Do it unto us, according to your words, according to your promises. Lord, we stand secure. Carve upon our hearts that truth that sets us free. According to your words, O Lord, do it unto us. As always, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night. I am still George ONYIBE. I have not changed, and there is no intention to do that. Once again, it is important, very important, that we begin to point the direction to our people. The truth being that we can be shown the path, but walking the path is entirely left for us. And that is why you must understand there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. I appreciate the Almighty Creator who has sustained us to this very moment. Because in the midst of this hulo-balo, I still see most of our people can reason. I still see most of our people are waking up. I still see most of our people against all odds want the best for our people. And each time I pull back and have a reflection and I see such noble men and women standing in defense of the truth, ultimately in defense of our people, it gladdens my heart. And I know that there is no sacrifice too big to make on behalf of our people. So we'll continue pushing. One day we will get it right. It is true we have failed in numerous ways. In separate times we have failed. But we cannot shy away from trying to succeed. So we must continue pushing. I'm specifically addressing the extended Igbo nation scattered around the world. When I mean the extended Igbo nation by implication, I am talking of Igbo. Whether you are Delta Igbo, Bendel Igbo, River Igbo, Enugu Igbo, whatever Igbo you are, Ando Igbo, Igbos everywhere, I'm addressing you. Because if we do not stand up to these challenges, we will further degenerate. Our land will further balkanized. You just look at, in less than a century, look at what we have become. And of course, by extension, I address the Biafrans, and by implication, those that are non-Igbos. Because at the end of the day, Iririuhu ya kondenile. Iririuhu ya kondenile. And sometimes most people think everything happening today is just about a group of people. No, one way or the other, all of us will have one share of this evil. Our own share of this evil, if we fail to act, in a time like this. A quick one, let us look at the issue or the topic I titled, Betrayal of the Electoral Process become the greatest instrument or one of the greatest instruments of our undoing. Betrayal of the electoral process. I remember then in school, they taught us about universal adult suffrage. The right for every individual to vote and be voted for. The principle of one man and one vote. The study of universal suffrage or adult suffrage, as the case may be, is very important and a vital principle that decides the future of a nation. But now Nigerians are going to go to the poll February 25 this very year, few days from now, to exercise their right to vote, their right to be voted for. Nigerians are going to exercise their franchise. But it's amazing that most Nigerians do not know the implication of what they are going into. Most Nigerians don't see the importance of the role election plays in their life. As far as this broadcast is concerned, I may not go deep more than I can anticipate to avoid misleading most of you or preventing you from getting the true message. Let us look at election first of all, and then look at another issue that affects election. Election has been the main tools responsible for development of any nation, if properly managed. During the colonial era, for instance, in Nigeria, you will discover that even almost a century ago, the colonial master have been taking census of our people. This census is what led to all the policies that have been implemented that has enabled them even to control our life to this very moment. And if you are not enlightened enough, you will still be beaten down by the same principle, by the same game changer. You will still be where they want you to be. We all have a choice to make. The system benefits most of you, so it doesn't make any difference. But some of us, though the system does not affect us in any way, but we know it may affect our children. So what we do is not entirely to our best interest. It's not the only option we have, but it looks like it's the best option. The first election ever to be conducted in Nigeria, or census, will shock most of you. This was in 1862, either 1862 or 1865, census. And then in 1881, another census took place. In 1891, another census took place. I think in 1871, there was also a census. Even before the supposed amalgamation of 1914, there was census. And then in the 50s and in the 60s in Nigeria, there were census. And most people say the problem we're having in Nigerian governmental setting emanated from the rigging of census. And census actually give a figure of your population. The figure of your population affects every other area of your life. It determines what you receive from the government. It determines how many roads that will be tied in your community. It determines who win election and who lose election. In fact, it is connected to every area of your life. It determines or gives the enemy access on how you can be oppressed, suppressed, whatever the case may be. And so in order not to confuse issues, the purpose of census mostly was to be able to create room for a fair and free election. Today, a lot of us are ready to go to the ballot box, to go and vote, exercise our universal suffrage right, the right to vote and be voted for. But there are a lot of implications which we are yet to consider. Most of us don't even know why we have to vote. Most of us don't know why we are voting. And at this stage, our people are confused. Some say, do not vote. Don't go and vote. They have their reason. And I can't fault them. And another people say, you must vote. Don't let anybody disenfranchise you, and do not disenfranchise yourself. I can't fault them. Because if you look at the two options that we have as a people, we have canvassed in time past, encouraging our people not to vote. Our people obliged. But they cannot turn back and collected money from Peter Obi and Atiku. Peter Obi and Atiku. I'm talking about Gregory, Peter Obi, and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, under articulation and articulated. And they sealed us, they delivered us, they documented us, and we went to the election. Now they kind of made millions of dollars out of that charade. And for me to come out and say, don't vote, don't vote, I don't know who is going to rip us off again and betray the next generation. And then, I come out and begin to shout, go and vote, go and vote. As I have been saying, I understand that your vote may come to nothing because you don't even know the implication of what you are doing. And so a betrayal of this electoral process becomes eventually the greatest instrument of our undoing. What do I mean by that? For instance, on the 25th of February, you will go to a polling center and you are going to thumbprint in support for somebody who will be your leader. This person will decide the level of security you will have. This person will decide the strength of your economy. This person will influence whether there is development or not. This person have the rights you have given to them to either make you or destroy you. But you're not fully aware of what you are doing. And so you are going to vote. In my area, as I speak to you, money was transferred to many individuals. Of course, I'm talking to you from Nigeria, Biafra land to be precise. A lot of people were calling me. Different political parties are sending them 40,000. So if central bank think they are changing money so that nobody sell or buy vote, they lie. But that is not the area I'm focusing. A lot of people receive cash. I'm not going to call the name of the political party because it's irrelevant. And I see mothers. I see enlightened people. I see their agent. They are everywhere. If you have your PVC, bring it. And they take your name, take your account number, give you of the necessary induction. And a lot was going everywhere. 40, 60, 30,000, 20,000, depending on the financial capacity of the political party. But all those of you collecting money to vote for somebody, you're betraying the electoral process. If somebody can stand up and give, let us say, 500,000 Nigerian citizens 40,000 naira. Try and magnify it. 500,000 times 40,000 naira. I'm not sure Americans have such amount in their treasury. Just to be your president. Just to be your leader. The question should be, what is he going there to do? How will he recover the money he's spending on you? Do you think after selling your vote, it's really going to serve you? I say think again. The 40,000, the 60,000, the 20,000 or more, they are in your account and you are enjoying it. Kudos. But you see, this money you are collecting, you are betraying the electoral process. And when the election is rigged, my people, you will not have the voice to demand for free and fair election. Because you yourself were not free. You were not involved in election. You are just bribery and corruption. You are deceiving yourself. You're part of the people betraying the whole process. Majority of you don't belong to a political party. And you see, one of my relatives will say, I regret to no register for PVC. I for just collect my cool 40,000. But what is 40,000? What is the use of money in a disorganized society? Have you not seen how the government of the day can make your life very hopeless and useless? Have you not seen in Nigeria now that you work for your money and then you go and buy your money? The money you work for, you have to buy it from Nigeria again? What a shame. But then you don't have shame, so you're still going to come out and tell us how the election should go. My brother, you are part of the problem. You are part of the people betraying the electoral process. It doesn't matter if you are Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, but I'm addressing our people. It may favor other people. That does not mean it will favor us. Have it at the back of your mind. We look at the second group of people who are betraying the electoral process. Our intellectuals have not done well. Our political representatives have not done well. The senators and members of the House of Rep, those who were able to get to the National Assembly, what were they doing all this while? They understand that the census has a major role to play as a determined factor who rules you. Did any of them address the issue of census? Honestly, when Hausa man or Fulani man boast of having the highest population, and I see our intellectuals, our leaders and elite keep quiet, leaving these issues unchallenged, I begin to question the credibility of who we are. I can't place it. I'm sure Yoruba population is more than the Igbo population from Nigerian census. I'm sure. Because Igbos are gradually becoming minority. And that Igbo man want to be a president of Nigeria. Who will vote for you? Now, let me tell you how it works. I'm from Delta State. I'm from Abo, Anyoma province. By implication, an Igbo man. And then, in Delta State, let's say you have two tribes coexisting. We are more than that. Because the Igbo extraction in Delta State could be classified under 5 umbrellas. And then when you talk about the Urobo, the Shekiri, the Ijo, and other non-Igbo speaking in Delta State, you will see the population of the Igbos in Delta State, we outnumber all the tribes put together 1 to 100. The question is, how do they win us in election? How do they win in election? We're not crying over it, we know the truth. We're not bothered about it because we know the truth. When the time comes, we will address the issue. Let's go back to Rivers State. Aside the Igbos, Ikuri speaking, the Igbo speaking or Ikuri people in Rivers State, they outnumber every tribe, Ogoni, Ndandone, all of them put together inside Rivers State. They outnumber them 1 to 200. How could a German win a Ikuri man in a free and fair election? But not until you understand the numerical strength and advantage you have politically, you are fooling yourself. When the first group of betrayers who sell their vote betray their people, it gives you option to know, okay, if we are 1 million, the first 500 have sold their PVC, so we can't win. Statistically, you don't even need INEC to know who win the election. But what am I saying? We don't care about census anymore. And they tell you, Hausa plenty, Hausa plenty. I'm in the south. And my backyard is the southeast. And I've been to many communities within the south and the southeast where you don't see any Hausa person. And I've been far to Sokoto, Arugongo, communities where you don't see people living there. In fact, I have a cousin brother who studied family medicine, and the moment he graduated from one of the Nigerian university, Because of his high level of performance, he was sent to Britain for further study. And the moment he graduated from that advanced course, he was taken down to Sokoto Arugungu in a remote village. Because based on his own aspect of medicine, it was like you need an access to them. Now, when I paid him a visit, the village where he was, aside the indigenous of that community, nobody there. But there was Igbo man there doing business. And so somebody tell me I also have more population. It's okay. Let it be that until our people wake up. And then I've been to Adamawa, Mubi Hill to be precise, during evangelical mission. In the late 90s, most people in that community were naked. I don't know if they start wearing cloth now. I'm talking about Mubi Hill, Adamawa, in the late 90s. Mubi's communities in those villages, peoples in those communities are going naked. You won't believe it's a modern day Nigeria. Most of you will not believe that in 1990 there are communities in Nigeria still walking around naked. I was there. And then including Benue, some communities in Olengbe oasis. I have been to remote villages. And I see where you don't even know people live there. You have Igbo people there. And I remember then in Radio Biafra, before Nana Kano turned criminal, or before his criminality was exposed, somebody called and said, I am standing on the last piece of land in the face of this planet Earth. I can't remember the country he mentioned anyway. It was, wow, we are everywhere. Of course, all of us are not at home. And if indeed we are scattered everywhere, if we want to make or take advantage of our numerical strength, who will win us in election? You think it is the geographical map of Nigeria that tells you the size of our land? They are all politically influenced and purely manipulated. And they draw Nigerian map, they squeeze south and southeast, they squeeze us into tiny piece of land. It looked like 3 plots of land. But all those are fake. Go and view the map of the world. You will see the map of America alone is almost bigger than the universe itself. I don't understand. And then they will now shrink the map of Africa, making it look like a local community. We know this game. But what am I trying to say in effect? You're not even working on the population of your people. You're not taking advantage of your numerical strength. And yet you want us to be subservient to people who we should have ruled. You are a betrayer of the electoral process. So who are your followers? I'm trying to give you categories of people who are betraying the electoral process. And then we look at the Constitution of Nigeria. What provision does it have to protect the right, the vote, your right to vote? All those people manipulating the Nigerian Constitution, they are part of the problem of Nigeria. And then you look at the 4th grade of those betraying the electoral process. They say politics is a dirty game. But I think the person who made that statement is fair enough. It's a criminal game. You wake up. You start influencing people to vote for your candidate based on your own line of interest. And you want all of us, because of your personal interest, to vote for that person. You are part of the betrayal of that process. Let's look at it this way. I was with some friends yesterday. They are all Biafrans, and majority of them are Igbo. And they said they will not vote for Peter Obi. And I was listening to them. And they said the reason why they will not vote for Peter Obi is because he is too holy. Now, once Peter Obi emerges as president, he's going to ban Bet Niger. He's going to ban all coupon. He's going to ban every form of gambling. So they can't vote for him. They cited Soludo as a reference point. People who have not created means of employment, job for their people, abandon Niger Bet. And now, I looked at it. The person who asks you not to play gamble does not mean you, it doesn't mean you bad. My father once told me, gamble is a game. The more you play, the more you lose your money. And you will be trying to stay to win it back. But at the end of the day, the little money you have in your pocket, all of them would have gone. And so if somebody is trying to save you from that, I know there are people who have luck. But these are issues that at least experience will be the best teacher. And so Peter Obi is very innocent and very holy man of God. And they are afraid that he's a holy man of God who will ban gambling. And now, you can't tell those people otherwise. You can induce them with money. In that process, you are part of the betrayal of the electoral process. And then there are people supporting Tinubu. If Tinubu is able to become the president, he will build a dynasty across Nigeria. He will raise Igbo men. He will raise Igbo Yoruba men. He will raise Hausa men. This will be the people who will decide the future of Nigeria in the nearest future. Don't look at Tinubu. Tinubu will do something that will create a platform where the next generation will emerge for. But to whose detriment? Why would he do that? You think he don't know what he's doing? And there are people who believed in him. They want to be part of those people Tinubu make. They have interest to protect. And these people who have interest to protect that the general populace don't know, want us to vote for Tinubu. And then I'm very sure if Atiku wins, he's going to buy Nigeria airport. He's going to buy Nigerian seaport. And after 8 years of his tenure, he may become the owner of NNPC. He can even buy me and you. And there are people whose job is, they are responsible for procurement. So they're going to vote for Atiku. You can see now the canon now. They are meandering with Atiku. So once Atiku is the president, bingos, you can be rest assured, Nigeria will allow you to be talking about Biafra. But you'll not do more than talk about Biafra. Because if Atiku gives you Biafra, then Atiku cannot be your president. Because Atiku will have to go back to Cameroon where he come from. You get the point now. But Atiku have to give you, deceive you now, they can all of them follow Atiku. So they can follow and share the Nigerian case. So it's when Nnamdi Kanu and his follower, for instance, say, vote Atiku, vote Atiku. My brother, they have interest to protect. They are all part of the betrayal of the democratic process. There are men of God, they are not prophesying now because we are waiting for them. Mbaka told us how God told him Buhari was the answer prayer. And we have all seen how God of Mbaka answered the prayer of weeping and crying Nigerians. They are now very careful. Before now, you'll be hearing them, who God said, who God didn't say, who God, they are part of the electoral betrayal. And some of you love God. You believe in God. Now let me tell you, I love God. I believe in God. I worship God. I choose to identify myself with him by the norms and norms of the day. But in my heart of heart, I know who he is. He's very far from everything we said he is. And I cannot be manipulated. And when I speak to him, he understands me clearly. And so you see, your concept and idea of who God is not engineered in my mind by my pastor or one man of God. I have an encounter. You should have an encounter too. So they are part of the political betrayal process. They'll be telling you who to vote with beautiful sermon. If I tell you to run for motivational speakers, you will not understand. But it's a case for another day. How they prayed, how well Luhua said. There are issues that God don't get involved in. God don't give you leader. God is not in the business of giving you leader. He has placed a principle already. And it is expected you follow the principle, you will see the right leader. That is the principle we are trying to dish out to you. Let's look at it for instance. The children of Israel rose up and said they want a king. And God said, but I'm your king. They said, no, we want a king we can see, we can touch just like every other nation. And God said, you're not like every other nation. Anyway, now you reject me, I will give you a king. But these are the things the king will take from you. They say they don't care, we need a king. And so God gave them King Saul. The life of the people of Israel is not the same anyway. But you see, with time, being guided by principle, the children of Israel got of age and understand that David is a good man. Solomon did serve well. But the children of Solomon cannot rule us. The kingdom divided. And from there, the dynasty got lost. And God didn't bother restoring another king. Maybe another one will come. We look at the issue of marriage. Some people are in the church now praying, oh Lord, give me my husband. Oh Lord, give me my wife. My brother, God is not in that business. God don't give wife. God don't give husband. In the coming days, we'll be looking at some of these issues. Your husband is there and your wife is there. It is the way you keep yourself that will make you locate him or her. Because the first people God gave wife and husband in the Bible, when problem came, God was to be blamed. Because according to the Bible, and God said to Adam, where art thou? Adam said, I am hiding because I am naked. Who told you that you are naked? Have you eaten the fruit I asked you not to eat? And then would I say, yes, my Lord, I disobeyed you. No. He jumped to defense. The woman you gave to me. It is the woman you gave to me. So who caused Adam problem now? The sin of Adam. Who is to be responsible? God gave Adam a wife that will betray Adam. And so since then, God is not giving you husband or wife. Because when problem comes, you will blame God. And say, God, I prayed you, I begged you. He can endorse it anyway. He can influence it anyway. All guided by principle. So those who are trying to ginger you into who to vote, they tell you Atiku is a saint. He loves our people. He marry Igbo woman. He marry Yoruba woman. He marry Hausa woman. He say one Nigerian is because he marry all our sisters. It's okay. And then another one jump out. Oh, Tinubu is our man. He say Jagaban. He let Igbo people prosper in business in Lagos. It's okay. Oh, Peter B is Angel Gabriel. He's a very nice man. It's okay. But you that is pushing them, if you are pushing the people to vote for anybody because of your personal interest, you are a betrayer of the electoral process. It is 25th of February. We begin to see the picture clearly. But understand the implication of your action. I'm talking to the people of Nigeria at this moment. The moment you thumbprint and vote for anybody, you automatically relinquishing your power to those people to control you, to take over your property, to control your family, to control your health, to control everything about you. And you cannot challenge them anymore. The moment you endorse them, they control your life. The very system or process that would have enabled you to checkmate them, to review their works, they will control it. The only thing that will remove that power from them is 8 years or 4 years later, at the end of the expiration of their tenure in office. So understand, you're going to live with it. Approximately, it's going to be 8 years. By this time, 8 years ago, I can't even hear a word. Everywhere was change, change. He's a corruption fighter, change. Buhari is going to bring corruption, change. He's coming to fight corruption. I hope you are seeing the essence of corruption. I hope you are enjoying the change. We'll be here, God willing. Before the next 8 years, you will see what you have done. And now the next generation must understand. Our own father, our own parents were busy sleeping. They were having goose chase. They allowed the system to go through them. They didn't go through the system. And now my own generation have to pay for a lot of atrocity we know nothing about. My own generation have to pay for what they don't know. If you are born from 1970 to 1980, my brother, the Lord is our strength. What we are suffering today, we are not part of it. We are not supposed to suffer. You can't see it. Our future have been taken. Because our parents did not fight to protect our future. But we cannot slack back. Let's say even 1965 to let's say 1985. If you fall within this range, your life was taken from you. By the virtue of strength, you may have been able to make it in life. But your right is taken from you. Your very life is taken from you. You would have been better than what you are today. If the enabled environment was created, you would have been better than what you are today. If we had a better future built for the benefit of our people, you would have been better than what you are today. And now, if we don't have anybody fighting to defend our future, which is already taken, what is the hope of our children? I cannot believe that when Olusegun Obasanjo was first time president of Nigeria that I was not born, and he will still come and contest to be president of Nigeria. When will I be president of Nigeria? I can't believe people older than my father are coming to be my president. When will I be president? And they were telling me all this while. I'm telling you all this while. The youth are the future of tomorrow. Now I am an old man. Where is the future? You can now see why somebody who is 80 years in Nigeria. In fact, Tinubu is a youth. He's a youth in Nigeria. What we are doing is not entirely for our benefit. It is for the sake of the next generation. It doesn't matter who ought is got. If you are on neutral position in this issue, you can help influence the right direction. You can still communicate with your God. Let him save our people. Because the destiny changers are out there. You see them telling you who to vote for. You think they love you. They don't love you. They are protecting their interest. It's very fascinating. And you see somebody like Romeo Mokri. bashing out openly on Peter Obi. It's amazing when you see some who are supposed to be supporting Peter Obi bashing out on them, vice versa. Very amazing when you see Peter Obi followers trying to drag Tinubu into the mud. My brother, you that they are telling, it's not you they love who. They are protecting their interest. They are protecting their interest. And they are part of the betrayal of the whole process. But the day we understand the strength of our vote, the day we understand the need to protect our vote, the day we know that we are responsible for what these leaders will do in the next 8 years, maybe that day will become serious in the whole issue. And maybe that day we can have a better life that we dream to have. But until then, understand that any move you make, any step you have taken or will be taken in the coming days, will certainly influence our life for the next 8 years. I won't tell you to vote wisely, and I won't tell you not to vote. But I believe God will guide you. Watch the people of interest. They are all there. They are the vultures. They have gathered. Let us save ourselves from this calamity. Let us save ourselves. Nigeria need to be reviewed. Nigeria need to be reviewed. And if possibly, let Biafra go. And when we say let Biafra go, not Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu. Because he said of me to live under the Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu, it is better I remain in Nigeria. Because Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu is worse than Nigeria. But I've always believed that a restructured Nigeria is as good as Biafra. And if for any reason we turn our back on the issue of Nigeria, and then it must be absolute Biafra. And if we cannot get absolute Biafra, and then we remain who we are, and you cannot do otherwise. So don't be part of this betrayal process. Some are threatening. We are going to kill you. Come out that day. Some in diaspora are paying people money to come and destroy. Now the Kanu and his followers are paying people, come and kill them. Anybody come and vote in the site, he shoot them, destroy them. And then some of you in diaspora have collected money. You are telling us to go and vote. I hope you come and join us in that polling unit. Betrayals of electoral process. I am yet to see any provision made to protect the people that election day. I'm yet to see it. May God have mercy on all of us. It's a very long journey, I must tell you. But we are not stagnant. After all, the journey of 100 kilometers starts with a step. When you are voting, ask yourself, what are you voting for? That thing you are voting for, is it achievable? How can we get it right? How can we build a country we can call our home? Maybe one day you'll begin to reason properly, and then all this problem will be gone. And then people will desire to come to this country. People will have to exploit the hidden talents and resources, natural and human capacity hidden within us. And then maybe for the true good we are, we can be appreciated around the world. And our beauty can no longer be hidden. Before I sign up, let me see if there is any Nnamdi Kanu idiot Because what Nnamdi Kanu does is he used our money, the money we contributed, to fight for a better society. He and his auntie Nne Nayanya and Jamlin, Chikeduzi and them are trying to hide the money. They have paid the people they call social media warrior. Even they pay Facebook agents to frustrate our page. But we are not going anywhere. Facebook and other media better shut down. Because we are not going anywhere. The owner of Facebook must understand that some of his workers are collecting money. Facebook shut this account. I will still open another one. The person will do gun, now do bulletproof. So when Nnamdi Kanu start to report a page, try and review before jumping into conclusion. Only this month alone, Facebook have restricted me. Facebook have asked me, where is your mother name, your grandmother name, your great-grandmother name, video your bono, video your bakus, video everywhere. I have video and giving Facebook. If I log in Facebook, we say, violation, page restricted. Facebook waiting. You agree or you disagree? I say I disagree. They will block me like 1 hour. Let's review your page. Then Facebook will come back and say, we apologize. We wrongly restrict your page. Facebook, it's a big job you are doing. But don't let Nnamdi Kanu, our money, which is blood money, influence what you are doing. Nnamdi Kanu started from PDP. He want to return to PDP. We are waiting. Any of Nnamdi Kanu idiot online? Who is this one? Ekwenso. He say, good job, ONYIBE. My brother, God bless you. And then I have Precious Good. Good evening, my brother. Ndewo, I greet you, Precious. We have Felix Ifeme. Say, good morning, Sir George ONYIBE. Good, I got you live. My dear, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And then now the Kanu followers should be sleeping. They should be sleeping. Their hypocrisy is being exposed. They are not everywhere. They are the one who have disorganized the whole process. By now, if all things being equal, Nigeria would have been very afraid to make mistake. INEC and all of them, they would have been coordinated until Nnamdi Kanu collect money. Now, what are you hearing? Atiku will give us Nnamdi Kanu. Atiku, did we tell you we are looking for Nnamdi Kanu? That thing you and Peter Obi did with the Biafra agitation, we shall find out. Very unfortunate. Now we can't talk. We're losing our voice. And one idiot is in Finland telling you the day Biafra will come. Very unfortunate. Now we don't have VC. They want all of us to become Otimbu for PDP and APC. God will not agree. I sign off from here. I just want you to be aware of your actions in the coming days. Are you part of the betrayal of the electoral process? Think again. It's affecting all of us. It's affecting all of us. And certainly, our children will not be spared. I thank those of you who joined. And I wish you will advise your people to make sure they are doing the right thing. Goodbye, and do have a nice day or pleasant night rest. Ndewo.